baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the New York Yankees. John Shambi with you alongside Chris Singleton. Partner, you don't see a lot of these so-called finesse pitchers in the sport today, but these are two of the best around, really crafty.
Yeah, and there's a level of appreciation when you talk about how these guys are so consistent and they go out there, they know what they want to do, and they don't deviate from the plan. Even when they get into a little bit of trouble, they're able to make the pitches and stay out of the big inning.
And now the center fielder, Miles Straw, singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Joshua Anderson. Bieber back to work. Anderson measures 6 feet 2 inches, only 18 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Next offering misses, and it's 3-0. In there at the knees.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Straw settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter.
One down. Here's Ramon Laureano.
Well, we're expecting to see strikeouts in this one. Cole is in the 2,000 strikeout club and only needed around 1,700 innings to get there. You know, only Chris Sale and Pedro Martinez needed fewer innings to reach 2,000 strikeouts.
Throw on to Rizzo, and Laureano is retired.
Well, I'm pretty sure he took a look around the infield to see where they were playing before laying that one down. And everyone...
The catcher, number 34, Joshua Anderson.
And that one fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And a good eye there.
But I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And that's off the inside edge. 2-1.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
The Yankees trying to break this one open here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Next offering is down low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton.
The designated hitter.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact a game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. First signs of bullpen movement here in the early going. Anthony Banda, the left-hander, up and throwing. Curry getting cranked up as well. Yankees up by 3 here in the last half of the third. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's DJ LeMahieu.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Outside, and a count 2-1.
Hey, it's still early in this ball game, but you know this at bat right here could be a big factor in the outcome. You think about it. There's a chance to really blow this thing open right here.
Off the plate inside, 3-1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a miss. Foul We'll see another payoff pitch. Bases loaded, 2 down. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Just hasn't had great command of his pitches in this one. Definitely more walks than you'd like to see.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
This at-bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
In the air, left side. Kwan settles underneath it, nabs it, and that's the inning. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. 3 innings complete. The Yankees 4 and the Guardians nothing. Back for more from the Bronx. And now Joshua Anderson. And a pitch. Line drive. Could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a leadoff double as they look to keep pulling away.
All over that one right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Hard hit left side. Ramirez sends it to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
The third baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. 1 out and a runner at second. Bonda picks over Anderson. Back in on a dive.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
On the ground, out to short. Whips it across, and the inning is over. The Yanks lead 1, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Here's Brian Urquillo.
Number 6, shortstop.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
And a bunt towards third. Throws to first in time. That ends the frame of the bunt attempt. Guardians lead 1. They still find themselves down 6-0. Back in the Bronx, bottom of the 7th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Joshua Anderson. And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. One thing that really stands out is their chase rate. League average is around 30%, but they're at less than 20% right now.
Straw makes the grab,
Now
one away.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
And now, Joshua Anderson.
The catcher, Joshua Anderson.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Anderson, in his rookie season, only 18 years old, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. Wouldn't chase that time.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That one misses, and it's 3-0.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
1 out, base is empty. On the ground, Ramirez. 2 gone now.
He's out. Batting 6th, the designated hitter, Giancarlo.
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
The third baseman.
For me, Boog, Ramirez has been the heart and soul of Cleveland baseball for a few years now. When his career is over, he's going to be considered one of the best players to ever play for this franchise.
Hammer, base hit. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
The catcher, number 34, Joshua Anderson.
Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime.
Back at Yankee Stadium, here's the catcher, Joshua Anderson.
Joshua Anderson.
And he deals. On its way to the corner, Laureano sizing this one up. And out number 1 on the grab.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
The batter, the designated hitter.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
Man at first, stepping in, Josh Naylor drove in their only run in last night's game. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, and they got him.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Joshua Anderson will hit next. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact, just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. And there are 2 outs.
Batting 6th, the designated hitter.
Back in New York, new inning getting started. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And now the 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Brings it in. 1 away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now, Joshua Anderson.
The catcher, Joshua
McKenzie back to work. Ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
All set for the top of the 6th. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Rodriguez.
Bunting, and it's right in front of the plate. It's safe at first, a bunt single.
He was racing down the line and probably didn't assume he was going to be safe until his foot hit the bag and looked up for the umpire. Nice bunt and great hustle to get himself a knock.
Digging in, David Fry. He's already homered here in this one.
Keep him guessing up there, huh?
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Go to second.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. With a quick tag before he reaches the base.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one fouled off.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today, kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch. It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
2 on, 1 out. Got it by him for the K.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching.
And up next for New York, Joshua Anderson. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And a big swing and a miss.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Anderson swings through that. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
The Yanks down to their final strike. Out towards right center field. Sizes this one up. And that'll do it. The Guardians salvage the finale of this 3-game series.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.